Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I bring you a brand that I've only really seen advertised on Instagram. I haven't seen it anywhere else, and a few of you, I want to say like 2 or 3 people in the past, have actually asked me to review this particular brand. I'm talking about Vasanti Cosmetics. This is their orange color correcting concealer, and this is their stubby brush. I bought them together as a bundle. I believe together they were $45 US. Individually, this one retails for $27 US and this one for $26. Now, the reason why it caught my attention is because of what this claims to do. So this is supposed to be a 2-in-1 correcting and concealer shade. So this is like the perfect shade of orange in order to completely conceal the under eye area without the need of concealer on top of it. So this is like a corrector and a concealer in one. You can either finish it up with some powder or you can finish it up by adding some foundation on top. So it just depends on how you want to use it, but they do specifically state on the website that you can skip the concealer. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to skip the concealer and we're simply going to apply this under the eyes and see how well it wears, how well it corrects. So I think I've already gone over most of the details. It's supposed to be full coverage with a natural matte finish. It's ideal for acne prone skin, combination dry, oily, mature skin, warm to medium skin tones. When you click on this guy, it's the only shade that comes up. As far as the benefits, this claims to instantly erase the appearance of dark circles. It's going to prevent the dark circles from showing through your makeup. It's supposed to look natural, feel weightless, and mimic skin. It's quick, easy to use, and effective, and it's going to make us look brighter and awake. It's also infused with Ural BT, which I don't know what that is, but this states that it is an organically grown olive leaf that helps brighten skin and visibly improve skin's elasticity. As far as how to use this, you're supposed to apply it onto well moisturized skin in a V shape under the eyes. Then you're supposed to let it sit for at least 20 seconds for higher coverage. And then you can use the flat brush in order to blend it out for a flawless look. Okay, see, now I'm confused. I went to the how-to portion of this on the website, and it gives you like step by step. So step 1, you're supposed to apply this in a V shape. Step 2, blend it out with a brush or finger. Step 3, apply concealer and or foundation on top as you normally would. But it also states that you should skip concealer. What? I'm confused. So this is what we're gonna do. We are going to use this as a corrector over here, and we're going to use this as a concealer / corrector over here. Maybe I'll apply foundation on this one, like on top of this one, and this one I'll just apply concealer and see how it wears. Because yeah, at first it states that you can skip your concealer and you should just set it with a powder or apply foundation on top. But then it says that you should apply concealer and or foundation on top. I don't know, confusing, but we're gonna try it both ways. So this is the little brush here. It's pretty dense, pretty soft. So yeah, we'll see how this blends out the corrector / concealer. So I'm gonna apply it to both under eye areas, and it says to apply it in a V shape. This is different. This kind of looks like a lip gloss applicator. All right, so we're supposed to apply it in a V shape. Pretty liquidy. And I think that's too much. But that's what they do. Like the videos that I've seen, I'm gonna follow the way that I saw this being used. All right, so I'm gonna let it sit for 20 seconds. Timer starts now. All right, time to blend this out using this little brush. Brush is really big and it's hard to get in the corner there. All right, so one side of our face is done. It is definitely canceling out the under eye darkness. And I guess it kind of looks like a concealer shade. It doesn't look too incredibly orange. I thought it was gonna look a lot worse, but it doesn't. All right, let's try this side now. I really don't think that an entire V shape is necessary because it's a lot of product and I'm having to drag it down like past my dark circles. All right, so far, so good. Now I'm going to apply foundation, and on this side, I'll apply foundation on top. This side, I'll skip it, and the concealer is gonna go on top of this side. So let's see, I'm gonna use my Dior Forever foundation. I really like this foundation. It looks so nice on the skin. All right, so I'm gonna be applying it with my Luxie 732. I'm gonna start on the side that I am not applying foundation under the eyes to. All right, now on this side, I am going to be applying foundation underneath the eyes, which this is gonna be tricky because this is a really big brush. I might have to grab the little one that I applied the corrector with. All right, so the orange is gone. Looks pretty good. It looks pretty natural, actually. Okay, so this side is done, but I don't feel like it's completely concealed at all. I can still see the darkness peeking through this corrector. Let me apply actual concealer underneath this right side. So this is my Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer in the shade LM11. So I'm just gonna apply the concealer the way that I normally would onto this right side. So here, here, and here. And I'm gonna blend it out with my Deluxe Crease Brush. All right, so here's the right side with a concealer on top, and here is the left side with just some foundation on top. Clearly there's a difference, right? Clearly just the corrector on its own, I don't feel conceals completely. Let me set this. I'm gonna set it with my Pat McGrath Under Eye Blurring Powder. This one's in the shade Medium. And I'm setting the concealer because I normally would, and also because the website does state that you should just powder or do whatever you normally would, you know? Now let's move on to this side because I do see it settling into my fine lines just a little bit, just a tiny little bit. Now we can go ahead and set this under eye area. All right, so there's the under eye area. Let me zoom you in so that you can get a better look up close under the eyes. All right, so this is what it looks like up close. This is the side with the corrector and foundation. And this is the side with the corrector and concealer. All right, so I'm gonna jump off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back, makeup is done. Under eye area still looks pretty good, but of course, this side is more concealed than this side. That's the way it's gonna be the entire day. It is currently 10:24. I do plan on wearing this the entire day, and of course, I'll be coming back halfway through the day in order to show you more close-ups and to see how the concealer has been wearing, corrector / concealer has been wearing up to that point. So I'll see you all back here in a few hours for my midday check-in. All right, so I'm back for a quick midday check-in. It is currently 1:54, so I've had this on for almost 4 hours. Now, let's zoom you in so that you can get a better, more up-close look underneath the eyes. All right, so I don't like it so far, especially on its own. As you can see, it looks dry. It's starting to really accentuate my fine lines, and it's not doing a lot of concealing. Now the right side is concealing a little bit better with the concealer, and it doesn't look as dry. It does look a little tiny bit dry, but not as dry as the left. So that's the current situation under the eyes. I'm going to continue to wear this corrector concealer for about another 4 hours to give it an 8-hour day. And yeah, I'll check back in with you guys at the end of the night for my final thoughts on this product. All right, so I'm back for my final check-in. It is currently 6:03. So I've had this on now for like 7.5 hours, almost a full 8 hours. But at this point, you know, an extra 30 minutes is really not gonna make a difference. So before I give you my thoughts on this product after wearing it for an entire day, I'm going to zoom you all in so that you can get a better look at the under eye area after 7.5 hours of wear. All right, so this is the under eye area up close. This one over here, remember we did the Pat McGrath on top of the corrector and I set it with a powder, but I can see that I'm already missing some coverage, especially right next to the lash line. Not a big deal. It's still concealing, just not as well as it was earlier in the day. As for the left side, it's looking pretty rough. It's not concealing much at this point. It looks really dry and it's just accentuating my fine lines. All right, so now that you've gotten a close-up look, I can get into what I think. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it, especially not by itself. And, you know, the website is very, I don't want to call it misleading because I don't think that that's their intention. At least I hope not. But it does talk about, it has strong emphasis on the fact that, like, you don't need a concealer. You can skip that. This is like a 2-in-1. So I don't think that that's true, though. I don't, because as you can see my darkness, you know, even though I applied foundation on top and I set it and I was good to go. I did it exactly as they said to do on the website. And yeah, it's just, it looks dry. It doesn't look completely concealed. At this point, I just can't wait to wash it off. Using this as a corrector alongside a concealer makes more sense to me. It concealed better. It stayed put a little bit better. I wouldn't like replace my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector with this, that's for sure. I really like the shade. It is a very neutralizing shade. It does help cancel out darkness and kind of just neutralize the hyperpigmentation underneath the eyes. But this is not something that I would recommend you wear by itself if you are truly trying to, you know, cancel out your dark circles and have it last. That's like my main thing. So overall, not a bad corrector. I really like the shade. However, not a corrector concealer for me. Absolutely not. So that completes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed this video review and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye.